Hi, my name is MR Mohale, founder of Future Genesis, also known as Gina. This is a message from me to you. This is essentially like, I don't know what to call it, a thank you message. And also kind of bearing my heart on the sleeve a bit. First of all, I want to say thank you to the people that have stood by me. Thank you to my family. Thank you to my friends. When I started Future Genesis, I was pretty much a youngin. I was very young and, I was full of ideas and aspirations and everything. And if there is one thing that I have learned along this journey, it was very, very necessary for me to go through this journey for one. But, I essentially evolved. Even the business itself evolved. What I initially had in mind evolved and changed to be something else, which really happens to a lot of entrepreneurs. And it's been a very interesting journey. I gained a lot. I learned a lot. I had to grow a lot because I was young. Outside the business itself evolving and essentially changing the model to offering some services falling off. I myself was a person that was growing up. And the past years, I've had a lot of growing up to do, which is essentially why I had really taken a step back in terms of being very proactive in the work field. Yeah, there were some instances where I was very vocal, but essentially towards the end, I really had to, take a step back, especially on social media as well. Like I needed some sense of clarity and sense of self to work on myself and grow as a person. One thing a leader or a person who has some sort of purpose to demonstrate or execute into this world is you have to have yourself figured out so that you be a prim and proper leader and you execute the gift or the purpose which has been adorned upon you in a gracious manner. So I've had a lot of growing up to do. I got rid of my social media. I disappeared on the spaces and I spent a lot of time by myself and just getting off work. It's very important to allow ourselves to rest. It's very important to allow ourselves to be in the quiet time because that's when we recharge and we kind of get reminded of our purpose or redefine our purpose and our whys. The why that I had when I was younger is definitely not the why that I have now. Even the atmosphere, the industry itself has evolved and I've had a lot of opportunity to learn quite a lot. I wasn't just, gone in the distance. I was learning a lot. I had encountered multitudes of people that are just as well versed in the industry, having certain conversations with different people, labels, and just me observing the evolution of this music industry as we know it now. It is forever a changing, living, breathing baby that grows, that from crawling walks and from walking runs. And you have to, as a very profound cock and gear in this industry, whether you're an artist manager, whether you're a publicist, whether you're a label, distributor, or even the artists themselves, you always have to be very well versed about what's going on. The changes are happening that concern you and your business. And I took the time out to actually observe all that and trying to also define the future for Future Genesis and where I'm looking forward to establish itself. And I'm looking forward to actually really contributing towards the South African music landscape. Future Genesis has evolved from firstly being a very immature launched agency to evolving to who we are today for a lot of things that I've learned, the people I've worked with, the artists that had, given me the honor to carry out and execute and trusted me with their careers, It is a great honor. The musicians I've had to experience, I am a lover of music at heart and every single project I've touched, I fall in love with. I always want to give myself 110% because I fall in love with the artist, I fall in love with the music, and music is the most beautiful healing tool that I really aspire as a person outside Future Genesis to create an atmosphere in which the music blossoms, because the music touching people heals people. It's a sense of spiritual realm. It's not about the artist. It's not about me. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the artist, bigger than everybody else. But it has its own purpose and healing. And being a contributor in that landscape has been an honor. I have been a student of life, a student of those that surround me and those that I look up to. And I'm always been very keen to learn. I still am very keen to learn and to teach. But as I said, I took the time out to groom myself as a person and to grow. The aspect of being a teacher is one that is a very selfless role where for you to be a teacher, you need to have yourself figured out personally so that you may be able to serve that very selfless role at the optimum. And I have a lot to give. I have figured out and learned other, ways at which I can give out the information that I have and actually teach and actually reach people that want and need this information and how to get it to them. And as well as, working on projects, etc. And myself and the Future Genesis evolving. Not just going to be only a music public relations agency. We will be evolving pretty soon as well. Thank you to everybody that has walked this path with me. It hasn't been easy, but having you by my side has certainly made it easy. Thank you to the No Hidden Agenda podcast and the cast. They are my amazing friends, beautiful black men that I look up to always and I learn from. A big thank you to Spoken Priestess with her Music Unscripted movement, that which I am a scholar of. And thank you primarily, I would say, to out of all the artists that I have worked with, it's always been an amazing experience to learn. I'm not just an executioner of my expertise, but I also get to learn. And this also I attribute very well to Ginger Trail, my broski, and I am so grateful forever for allowing me and trusting me with his career at some point. And I've grown since. I am who I am today because of these people. Family, friends, artists make me who I am, make Future Genesis what it is and will be in the near future. Essentially, this is the beginning. Future Genesis is the beginning of an era where artists are completely emancipated. And that is my aim, that is my mission, that is my goal, and that is what Future Genesis will continue to demonstrate throughout its establishment.